You okay? You see
Yeah.
yourself well?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Smiling. Take the picture in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's a video.
Wow! Wow!
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
Hello guys, my name is Jessica, aka Miss Fit Curls, and welcome to my full day of eating. It's so funny because I have like all my things I film with in the back. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, your girl doesn't clean up because what's life whenever you have children? Okay, so today is going to be pretty much a high caloric day because like I've said before, I'm in the middle of my bulking season. So today is leg day, which means I get to have 1,168 calories. So it's going to be a lot of food today, which is going to be really exciting. So we'll just get into it. And I pretty much eat the same things every day. It's actually kind of boring in my life, but I like this because it challenges me to really be creative and make things fun. So I start off every day with coffee because I just need coffee in my life. Coffee is like that support that you always have throughout your day. But that's just what I'm gonna have, so let's just get into it. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm going to be having a bagel sandwich. So I'm going to have my bagel from Dave's Killer Bread. I'm going to be having about 3 ounces of egg whites. I have my whipped original cream cheese. This is a really good option because it does provide fewer calories for you, and if it could just focus, that would be great. There we go. It does provide fewer calories. It is 50 calories per 2 tablespoons, and overall the macros are pretty good. So every once in a while when I can, I'll add that sucker in. And then I'm also going to be having about 3 to 4 ounces of my smoked Atlantic salmon from Sam's Club. So that's going to be my breakfast. Also, a pro tip when you're cooking, this sprayable oil, whether it is coconut oil or extra virgin olive oil, is the best way to go because you actually end up using less whenever you cook in your pan. Okay, so here's my breakfast. So we have our Dave's Killer Bread, we have the whipped cream cheese, I have my smoked salmon. I ended up doing 2 ounces, which is 2 slices, and then I have about 3 ounces of egg whites with my coffee. So this is my breakfast. I'll put the macros on the screen for you. So it's a pretty dense breakfast, but I like to eat a very good breakfast, especially on leg day, because it just gives me that much more oomph to go and smash it at the gym. And then I also make sure I try and plan to have my coffee sometime between 30 minutes to 45 minutes before I work out, because there's actually research showing that coffee works a lot better than pre-workout before you work out. Oh my god, that's serious. Oh my gosh. I had to take off my jacket, y'all. It got for real. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to go back home. We're gonna show you my Your girl can't speak after a leg day. Okay. But we're about to go back home. I'm going to show you guys my post-workout meal, and then every Sunday me and Christian have a movie night, or not movie night, but I guess movie day, like a little Sunday date day. And right now we are watching all of the Marvel movies in sequential order. So we started off with the first one, which was Iron Man 1, and then we went to Hulk and Iron Man 2, and then I guess Thor and Iron Man 3, I don't even know. But today we're gonna be watching the first Avengers. I don't think I've seen the first Avengers. Don't judge me. But we're about to go do that. I'm of course going to be eating my second snack after my post-workout meal as well. So I'm gonna have a late lunch, but I'll show you guys all that in a minute. But we're gonna show the post-workout meal in 3, 2, and 1. And now we're back from the gym, so I'm going to show you guys my post-workout meal. So I'm going to be mixing my vegan protein, the s'mores from Blessed, with my almond milk. I normally do unsweetened original, but today I have unsweetened vanilla because that's what they had at the store. And then I'm going to be mixing it in my protein shake. And then to eat, I'm going to be having 1 tablespoon of almond butter and my banana. So like I said in a previous video, the best time to have sugar is going to be right after or within an hour of your workout. So that's why I'm going to be having a banana, because it is natural sugars and it's the best time to have it. So alrighty, so I had to go where the light was better. I'm gonna go over my macros for my post-workout meal. For the protein shake and the banana and the almond butter, I had 354 calories. So it was 37 grams of carbs, fat was 14 grams, and protein was 25.8 grams. So that was my post-workout meal. Now me and Babe, where's Babe? Me and Babe are going to go watch, well, we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to watch a movie here. Like I said earlier, we're going to watch the Avengers, and I'll show you what I'm going to be eating then. So, alrighty, so for our movie date, I'm going to be having this microwave popcorn. It is 94% fat-free. The macros on this is pretty good. It's like the most, hello. It's like the most fat-free popcorn that I could find at the store. Okay, so it has 130 calories, and the bags are really little too, and I'll show you them. They just come in a little thing like this, so I'm just gonna pop it in the microwave, and then we're gonna watch our movie.
Tell them to go back to sleep.
If you can't control the tesseract's energy, there may not be a minimum safe distance.
Yep. You okay? You see yourself well?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Smiling.
Anyway, so the movie is over. It was such a good movie, and now we're going to go grocery shopping. So now we're at the grocery store. We're gonna pick up some things that we're gonna have tonight, and then stay tuned, right?
Yep. And can I hold the camera on the way in? You said I can. Hello? Hello? Hello, Mommy?
Okay, so we are back home from the grocery store. I was actually supposed to go pick up my meal prep order, but I'm new to the area, so I didn't realize that the store closed at 5 instead of 6, so we had to improvise. So we went to the grocery store, and I'm going to show you what we got. Okay, so here's what we picked up. I was supposed to have like carb-loaded snack, so instead I picked up some apple cinnamon rice crisps, because they didn't have the actual rice cakes of it, so I got some lightly salted rice cakes, and this is going to kind of last me over the next couple days until I actually have time to go to the store. I picked up some Power Crunch bars. I like these bars because they are really low in sugar. They are, ooh, let's see if it'll focus. So this has 5 grams of sugar. I don't know if you can see right there, if it decides. It has 5 grams of sugar. So I really like it because like there are so many protein bars out there that have good like macros except for the sugar. So I really like this. And then I got some sweet potatoes because I was supposed to pick up some sweet potatoes as well. So that's what we got going. So I'm about to make me my, I guess you could say, third snack of the day and then a late lunch. Okay, so I'm getting my late lunch together. And so I'm gonna show you guys basically what I'm going to be making for my lunch, but I'm also going to be preparing for the next couple days because as you guys can see, I'm a mom, I work full time. So anytime I make something, I always make it in bulk that's gonna last me at least a week or something like that. So I'm going to be making my sweet potatoes now. I made some that's gonna last me and my family for about the next couple days, so that way it'll give me time to go back to the store and pick up my meal prep order. But I'm going to be making sweet potatoes. I chopped them all up. I'm going to be putting seasoning on them, and then I'm just gonna pop them in the oven, and I'm gonna throw some broccoli on the same pan so that way we can get that out the way, since I'm going to be having that for dinner later on. Just fast and efficient. Okay, so my third snack of the day are those apple cinnamon rice crisps. The serving size is 13, so I did put 13 in here. And then the Power Crunch bar. Okay, so the reason why I choose these as my snacks is because the Power Crunch bar, it has a good amount of protein. It has 13 grams of protein. It has 10 grams of carbohydrates, and it does have 13 grams of fat. So you really have to make sure, well, I really have to make sure that this will fit in my macros. I really have to make sure this fits in my macros because of the high fat percentage, but it does have 5 grams of sugar like I said earlier, so that's why I really like this one. Also with the apple cinnamon crisps, I absolutely love these. These are like these with, oh sorry, my ears itch. Ugh, I hate it. Does that happen to you guys? What happens to me? I hate it. Okay, so these apple cinnamon crisps, they are 120 calories. They only have 0.5 grams of fat, and they also have 27 grams of carbohydrates per serving, 8 grams of sugar, which is a little bit high, especially when you combine it with the 5 grams of sugar from the protein bar, but you know, we ain't competing, it's fine. And then 1 gram of protein. So this is gonna be another one of my carb sources for today. I really like this option because, first of all, it doesn't really have a lot of things that you aren't supposed to have. No high fructose corn syrup or anything like that. So I just really like it. Not the best snack, but I really like this, especially when I'm not competing. And you just have to be smart about the way you snack, because as you can see, I snack a lot, but it's all about portion size. So if I just like eat straight from the bag, I'm literally gonna finish this whole bag, and there are 3.5 servings per bag. But if I portion it out in a bowl, I'm less likely to overeat. So that's always a pro tip. If you feel like your snacking is just out of control, measure it out, put out the portion in a bowl or whatever you have, and then just eat it from there, so that way there's no temptation to keep going. Because the minute I put this in a bowl, this goes in the pantry and it's out of sight, out of mind. And the reason why I like this is because in the ingredients, there's not like a lot of ingredients, there's not a lot of ingredients that you can't read, which means that you don't really have to worry about them as much. A red flag for me is if there are a lot of ingredients that you aren't familiar with or that you can't read. A lot of times it's just a lot of preservatives, a lot of fillers, a lot of things that aren't good for you. But what I like about this as well is the reason why the sugars are so low is because it is sweetened with stevia leaf extract and monk fruit. So you get a lot of the sweetness from that, and that kind of helps with not consuming as much sugar too, because that's the main problem with at least the American diet. You end up consuming a lot of sugar, and that's what kind of leads to obesity, weight gain, diabetes, and all that stuff. So that's how you could cut it out. Really watch your sugar intake. See what your sugar intake is, because that might be hindering you from seeing the results that you want to see. Okay, so now I'm gonna be having meal number 2. Now like you saw earlier, I weigh out all my food. So even the creamer from earlier. So I'm about to weigh in my ground beef that I have, and I'm going to be adding in my sweet potato and my avocado. So I'll take you through that in a minute. Okay, so this is going to be my next meal. I just put a bowl together of my ground beef, my sweet potato, and my avocado, and I just kind of mix it all together. And it just becomes one big kind of bowl, and it's so good. The sweet potato with the ground beef and then the avocado mixed in, oh my gosh, like, yes. Oh, yes. The thing I like about this meal is that most of the fat comes from the avocado. So avocado is a natural and really healthy fat source that you can incorporate into your meals all the time. Okay, so now it's dinner time. So I'm going to be having probably my biggest meal of the day. Not that I really planned it that way, but that's how it kind of happens. So let me show you guys what I'm going to be having for dinner. So like I said, I prep my meals kind of in bulk. If you guys want me to do a meal prep video, I can, to show you how I can meal prep. Like literally, I can meal prep a whole week's worth of food in an hour. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know. Leave a comment down below, but I'll show you what I'm having for dinner. So for dinner, I am having rice that I made. And then I'm going to be pairing it with this chicken and then the broccoli I made from earlier. So that's kind of what I'm going to have. I'm going to have 4 ounces of rice, 4 ounces of chicken, and 3 ounces of broccoli. I'll get you guys the macros here in a minute when I make my plate. Okay, so here's my dinner. The macros for this meal are going to be 337 calories. We have 29.6 grams of carbs, 4.3 grams of fat, and 40.1 grams of protein. So this is going to be a pretty nutritious and good meal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and devour this before going into writing my blog. Yay! You guys are probably going through like this whole full day of eating, being like, oh my gosh, Jessica, you eat so many times throughout the day. And I already like get questions about it for people who know me, who are like, how do you do it? How do you eat 6 times a day? How do you keep up with your meals? It's simple. If your lifestyle gives you the ability to eat 6 times a day, you will. But if you cannot eat 6 times a day, you do not have to. That just means you just add a little bit more into your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you just don't snack as much. For me, I love to snack. And my job is really active. So I work in a really active environment. I work in a pool. I work with kids. I'm constantly hopping in and out of the pool, helping kids in the pool, helping my staff in the pool. Like it's a long day a lot of the time. So I am constantly using energy throughout the day. So for me, I need all those snacks. I need all the snacks I could get. However, I'll put it in like liquid base. So I'll either put it in a protein shake, I'll bring rice cakes to work, I'll bring a protein bar to work that I could just nibble on throughout work. I mean, you just kind of find the snacks and you fill up your lunchbox with what will get you to the goals that you want to. And as long as you pack yourself health conscious snacks, health conscious meals, that's all that you have for the whole day. And that's what you have. The temptation does not stick with you. But anyway, and it's my day off. So it kind of helps out that in my day off, I'm able to eat more frequently throughout the day, because whenever you have a day off, you're just lounging around, and the easiest thing to do is just eat whatever around you. But as long as you plan out your meals and you fill your pantry and you fill your fridge with things that are health conscious and you don't have those temptations, it's gonna make it so much easier. All right, guys, so we have officially made it to the end of the day, and my last meal of the day, I still have one more. Today was a very high carb day because I had leg day today. So with that today I ate so much more than what I normally eat in a day. And before I talk to you guys about my overall macros for the day, I'm going to go ahead and show you my last meal. I am actually currently editing my blog post that I'm going to be posting a little bit later today. But for my last meal, I just had half a cup of oats. I mixed it with half a cup of almond milk, the one that I showed you guys earlier, and I topped it with cinnamon. I really don't put sugar in my oatmeal anymore just because whenever I was on prep, I couldn't add sugar in my oatmeal. So I really had to get used to eating my oatmeal without sugar. So sometimes, every once in a while, I'll top it with stevia and cinnamon, or I'll have it with blueberries, so that way it gives it like an extra sweetness to it. But now I'm just so accustomed to not consuming my oatmeal with sugar. I don't even know. I used to be like a diehard sugar oatmeal fan, but now I don't, because it's so bad for you. And eventually, whenever you get accustomed to it, you can grow out of a childhood phase or something that you grew up with in your childhood. But anyway, that's what I'm eating right now, and it's going to be my final meal of the day. I'm going to be editing this blog post. It's going to be coming out very soon. The title of the blog is going to be Detoxing the Right Way, and you guys will be able to find it on jessicacomanfitness.com on my website, and then I'll also be promoting it on my Instagram. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here, and I will share with you guys what my macros were for the entire day. The macros for this meal, it was 165 calories. I had about 27.5 grams of carbs, 3.8 grams of fat, and 5.5 grams of protein in this oatmeal. Okay, so the entire calorie count that I had for the day was 2,133 calories. I had 242 grams of carbohydrates today. I had 155 grams of protein, and then I ended my fat intake with 59 grams of fat. So I had 1 more gram of fat to go for today. I had 2 more grams of carbs to hit, and I also had 8 more grams of protein. But I mean, it does not matter. As long as you get as close as you can to your macros, that's all that matters, really. Most people don't even track their macros. Once you get a system down and you know exactly what meal has what in it, and you kind of just have a general idea, you don't even have to track your macros. Half the days, I don't even track my macros, because you just get so accustomed to doing it, and you've been doing it for so long. But anyway, I really hope that you guys found this helpful. And just know that you do not have to restrict your carbs in order to get to your goals. Right now, my carbs are really high because I'm in the middle of my bulking phase, but at the end of the day, you can still enjoy the foods that you like. You can still enjoy carbs. You can still enjoy fats. You can still enjoy proteins. You just have to be smart about it. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this full day of eating. I really hope that you guys liked it and enjoyed it. Be on the lookout for my blog post that's going to be posting by the time this video posts, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.